So, the Addams family has done it again. Definitely making their name here in horror. Done some really good films here as of late. Many have been on Shudder, and I think lots of horror fans have enjoyed them. So here's their latest, Hellhole, and let's find out what exactly this is all about. Hellhole hails from the filmmaking family behind Hellbender and centers on an American-led fracking crew that uncovers a living French soldier frozen in time from a Napoleonic campaign. Yes, I don't know sure I said that right, but whatever. Whose body hosts a parasitic monster. All right. Good stuff. That sounds interesting. Interesting that they kind of came up with that, but interesting stuff there. So to get off the top here, this is a new movie coming to Shudder. As I previously mentioned, lots of the Addams Family's movies have been on Shudder, and people have been enjoying them. So here comes another one involving a parasitic monster. So that's definitely good start and fun stuff. So this being a new film to Shudder here, we'll try to keep this kind of spoiler-free as possible for you. I don't know that there's anything really twist and turning here to kind of spoil. It's pretty straightforward. But regardless, I would say, the opening scene, it kind of opens back in this time of Napoleon. I'll say that as opposed to that other word used there. I don't know if I said it correctly or not. But yeah, you're going to see the soldiers on the field, and they're kind of running and whatever. And before they know it, they're going to meet their doom by this creature or whatever. So that kind of sets off an interesting tone for the movie, or an interesting place to start for the movie. And as a matter of fact, kind of as that started, I was kind of like, hey, why don't we see, this monster in more Napoleon times here and get more Napoleon soldiers here? It would be different in a different setting and maybe make for some weird stuff to happen, but no, we could just get a short part of it, but that's okay. Fast forwarding to current times here, as it says, you have a team here that's digging in the ground, fracking, doing all that kind of stuff that they probably shouldn't be doing. They're making a mess here, going through their thing. You have a interesting crew of people here. There's a mixed bunch of characters. They definitely have, some characters are probably... The characters here overall are kind of interesting. Some are probably smarter than others. Some get along better with others. Definitely an interesting bunch of people they put together here. You're going to see, some are the actual crew that's kind of working, really doing the work, and then the others are more like the supervising and kind of making sure things are done correctly here and so forth. So you kind of have that kind of split, the people who are going to get their hands dirty and the people that are not. But yeah, they're digging away, going about their business, and they're going to kind of come upon a person who's in the ground there, and by miracle, he is still alive, and just being buried in the ground doesn't matter what time you're from, you should be dead. Clue number one, but he's not. He speaks French only, and nobody really there is speaking his language. There's one guy who kind of pretends he does, but he really doesn't. So when they kind of get him up and out, he's acting weird. There's something off about him. Obviously, he should. I mean, he's been buried for God knows how long. And, whether they realize he's, from the Napoleon times or not, I don't really remember if they did or not. They're trying to get him to kind of communicate and figure out, what's going on with him or whatever. And it becomes clear, not too long, after trying to talk with this guy has one thing on his mind and one thing on his mind only, and that's to be killed. He's been underground for how long, whatever, with this parasite in him. They dug him up, but he wants to die. He's had enough. He wants to die. and it would probably be best for everybody that he dies. But obviously, you know, we know with parasites and whenever they need a host, and if he dies, that's not a good thing for the parasite. So, you know, they kind of figuring out, you know, once they've dug him up and kind of have him there, you know, what to do with him, you know, what is going on. You know, obviously it's hard to communicate with him. You know, why he, you know, how he could have been alive for so long, and they're not really sure. Soon enough, you know, I guess hell, you know, is hell whole. We'll just say hell is going to break loose here, because he's going to end up fighting with the guy who's watching him, and then the guy who's going to watch him is going to end up with the parasite, and then, you know, that person's going to start acting weird, and I'll just say then it kind of spirals along from there. Without giving too much away, it is basically, you know, the parasite is there, it wants to live, and, you know, kind of as it's in one person, it will eventually go to another person, and usually when it exits a person, that person is not going to be alive anymore. So that in a nutshell is what you're going to have here. It's just really fun stuff. Like I said, you know, there's no, you know, I don't think there's any great characters here, you know, anybody's going to, you know, hugely stand out. It's just a bunch of characters who, you know, are basically set up there to eventually, you know, have the parasite in them and eventually die. Obviously, the main lady here, I think her son is also there. And obviously her concern is kind of saving him once they kind of figure out that there's a parasite going on here. Not everybody's going to believe, you know, that there's parasite happening here. And you know, some people then do believe, and everybody has their different kind of reaction about what to do, how to get rid of it, how to deal with the people that have it in it themselves. So you're going to have all that kind of situation going on. So you guys kind of imagine, without me directly telling you, you know, what is happening. That's the basics of it. Definitely fun stuff if you're kind of into creature feature kind of movies. You know, fun stuff, you know, as this parasite is going in and out of people. The stuff that the people do when they're kind of, I guess, contaminated with it or whatever you want to call it. Just lots of fun stuff. You know, I really enjoyed it. Had a good time watching this movie. You know, watching, you know, the thing go on, and you know, what the characters end up doing to each other, what's happening, you know, as people are, I guess, kind of killed off as it's going on. I definitely liked the way that it kind of left off. A little bit of mystery there about what exactly happened, and just how everything unfolds. So, yeah, without giving too much away, you know, that's, you know, all I can really say. You know, I think the Addams Family, you know, did another good job here. It's going to bring another film that horror fans are going to like, kind of in this monster creature feature kind of thing. You know, the special effects are pretty good. You know, I think there's going to be some good moments for you guys to check out here. And I think, you know, lots of people are going to enjoy this one, if you're into this kind of film. So, yeah, you know, I'm going to give it 4 pools of blood. Like I said, I had a fun time with it. Like I said, the characters, none of them are super amazing, you know, and I don't, you know, not to say anything bad, you know, as far as, you know, the lines and what the people are talking about, I don't think there was anything amazing there or whatever. I think you get the basics of what you'd get from a crew of people here working in the fracking. So, you know, there's nothing amazing that way. It's just fun stuff, you know, once the parasite, you know, starts jumping from people to people and so forth. Seeing reactions, you know, some people are going to have funny reactions, serious reactions, seeing the reactions, seeing what the parasite does, all good stuff. Really fun, really well done with the special effects and so forth. So a really enjoyable movie, especially if you're kind of into this kind of thing here. So I think you guys will really like it. Really like it on Shudder. Definitely a good place for it, for you guys to enjoy. So, like I said, not a whole lot to spoil here. Not a whole lot of twists and turns. That's kind of the way it is. It's going to be a thing or two to find out. You know, like I said, they're going to have to find out how to deal with the creature and you know, why certain people are getting, you know, affected by it first and so forth. So there's some things to figure out along the way. I'll leave that for you guys to see, kind of experience that with the crew as they kind of figure it out, and then how they ultimately kind of try to deal with this thing. So yeah, I think you guys are gonna like it. So I gave it 4 pools of blood. That is out of 5, and definitely think that you guys will enjoy this again when it hits Shudder very soon here. Yeah, with that, horrorscorereviews.blogspot.com is where you can find all of my reviews written in video, certainly mostly video as of late, so you can like and subscribe and do everything else that everybody wants you to do here on YouTube. But if not, no worries, it is truly okay. I thank you for your time regardless. Twitter, Facebook information down below. Feel free to reach out to me there. Talk about this movie, other movies the Addams Family has done that you've enjoyed. And in the comment section as well. You know, once you finally get to see this one, did you like it? Did you not? And how does this compare for you for the other movies that the Addams Family has done here? Where does it rank? I guess, you know, a couple of more movies down here, and we'll be ranking their movies here soon. So yeah, with that, I guess I'll catch you on the next review, horror fans.